Hey guys, I figured while this tree is thawing out, I figured I'd go get my forest planting outside, and I need to add some muck to it, so I figured we could do that today. What do you say? Let's get started. Alrighty friends, let's get started. Over here I have my muck, my soil. Um, and you could tell it's like a clayish soil where you could squeeze it and it stays in that shape or form. And over here I have my sphagnum moss. And I just bought this stuff at Home Depot. You could get it at any nursery. Yeah, let's get started. So what I'm gonna do is grab like a little container in my little box here, and I'm gonna grab some of this soil here. Get that in there. And grab some of this, a handful of sphagnum moss, and then I just want to break it up. Get some more soil in there. And grab a handful of moss. Get that broken up in there. And start mixing this up now. It's also good to, if you want to pre-soak the moss too, it won't hurt it. But I already had soaked up some of the soil earlier this morning. So you can see how this is starting to look. You want to be able to mix that soil up with that moss so it holds together. So I'll give it a nice like bond. You could also grab some scissors. And cut that up. So I also have to go and collect some moss as well. So as I'm grabbing some of this soil, this is like a used like mucky soil, clayish. So the only reason I got it wet this morning was because I knew that this day was going to come, that I was going to need to mix it up. I just didn't know it was going to be today. So I said, no, I'm just going to go ahead and get this over with. It's turning out really well. So it's also good to have a like a bottled sprayer around too, just in case if you want to wet the soil a little bit more. So I'm only mixing up a little bit more than what I think I need. Alrighty, so let me get you guys flipped around here so we get started on this. So this has already been, I already had planted this a while ago. I made the concrete slab for this, and I don't know if you guys could see it, but it was on the smaller little slab here, and I decided to make it a little bit bigger. So I made another piece for the bottom, and then I joined the two together. So I want to add a little bit more muck to this, just so it could expand just a little bit out more. And then I'll grab some moss and then get it decorated and get it ready to, then we could just set it back out on the bench. Alright, so let's get started. Alrighty, so I cleaned some of this moss off the front here because I'm just going to add this muck, this new layer of muck, just right up to the front here, just a little bit bigger, just so these roots could develop a little bit more. And I'm going to develop this tree as it grows on the slab. So this is the first one that I ever made. I made the concrete slab for this, and I made the forest planting. And I was pretty excited. This is the first one that I've ever done, and actually the only one that I've done. So, yeah, let's get started on adding this muck. So you could see how it looks with the sphagnum moss in there. So after this, I'm going to go in my yard and collect some moss. So as I'm adding this, I'm squeezing it in there so it gets in the grooves and it holds in place. And I want to make it like a nice little landscape as well. As I'm doing this, I'll shape it so it looks cool. I think I'll make a video of making a slab and like a nice little circle slab, like a little pot made out of concrete that looks like rock for you guys. So I know we're gonna go over to my dad's friend's property and collect some nice oak trees. So this planting is these are oak trees right here. I collected maybe 4, 5, 6, 7 trees from that property already. And he's going to be developing this property into a subdivision. So I could take what I want. There's pines out there, oak trees, whatever I want, I could grab it. So hopefully I could find like a nice oak, and I'm just gonna cut it and get it dug up, and we'll bring it back here and develop that tree. And I'm gonna bring you guys along for that ride. So just don't forget to subscribe, and I'm really grateful for the subscribers I do have. You guys are super cool. I appreciate you guys watching my videos. I wish it showed me like who. It's only showing me like some people who subscribe, but the other people it doesn't really show me, which is kind of weird. I want to be able to say thanks, thanks for subscribing. So don't be scared to leave me a comment. I'd appreciate it, and I think that'd be pretty cool. I'll communicate with you guys. Whatever you guys want to see, I'll be happy to show you guys. So yeah, like I said, as this tree gets going, I'm gonna start developing this tree. Hopefully this year we could get it ramified, get some new branches out, and make it into a nice little forest. So this looks like more of the bigger side right here, and then it sort of just like dips in and then comes back out a little bit. So I'm going to keep this side a little bit out more. So I'm just going to take this. Get that added on here. And we're just going to smooth it on. Smooth it down. Just make sure we're connecting it well. So I don't have too much soil, a little bit left. So I think this weekend I'm going to go to the botanical garden and look around there. Hopefully my buddy Chris is there. He runs the bonsai part over there. I think he's the head guy over there. And hopefully I'll see him over there, and he could show me around the back, and I'll bring you guys along and show you guys some really cool stuff over there. Their greenhouse right now is just packed with trees because it's still the winter time here. It's almost spring. A couple more weeks will be springtime. So right now is the time to be doing all this, making sure all of it's going to get done before things start popping up. So I'm just going to blend this in together. So now the moss will hold it in place when we put that layer of moss on top of this part. So when you go to water it, it's not going to run anywhere. It's going to all stay intact. So I got to get this spray painted, the slab. I got to get it, make sure I paint it well, because I hit it quick while it was still wet, like an idiot, and it showed up with the concrete. It just ran off. Give it a good slap. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go collect the moss, put that moss on there, and then I'll come back and show you guys the end product. Alrighty friends, that was a lot harder than I thought, collecting that moss when the ground is all frozen like that. But got it done, and it looks great. So well worth it. So what I'm going to do is get this back out on the bench in a little bit after I rest up a little bit. I'm going to put it back out on the bench and find another project to work on. Hopefully that one in the back over there will thaw up. I'm sure it's going to take a couple days, and then we could start working on that one. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace!